Hello, hello, Kalu Kalay. How are we doing tonight? I guess it's 10:30. I've got my cup of coffee, and we're gonna be working on Cruciform. Been a little bit weird today. I have been awake and I have been asleep for a majority of it. It's been a very weird day. I woke up this morning to my mother yelling for me because there was a rat in her apartment. So I got 3 hours of sleep last night. So I woke up, I helped her with that, we did stuff, and then I kind of just vibed for the day, and then I fell asleep because I got really annoyed. I got really fucking annoyed. And I don't like getting annoyed, but I did, and that's what happens. Alright, but good trigger discipline. I don't even know more. Alright, let's get to filling in what happened last time. Figured out how to do these forms. You have a max size now. Max size. Range is a little bit goofy, but I can make it work. Range relics. Basic ideas. Ammunition is going to be working off a system ammunition is right here. Certain amount of ammunition. After tag value rounds of use, the weapon must be reloaded. Effectively, if you use a weapon that round, your ammunition goes down by 1. Is it perfect? No. Will it work? For now. I have a feeling ammo is going to be the thing that's going to get changed more often than not. That's just what's up. I don't think there's a good way of doing this in this kind of this beat without getting rid of it entirely. And technically, I should do. There we go. Should do it like that, but I don't think there's a good way of doing it, so we're just kind of improvising. Could work, maybe it won't, who fucking knows. Kind of see over here, esoteric relics, pretty simple stuff. Ended up giving all the relics of small size a thing called rapid. Rapid pretty much gives you an initiative boost right off the bat, went up to +5. As you kind of see though, it's just like it does reduce the value of the weapon itself. That's kind of the thing. It does reduce the value. Like tiny little baby gauntlets are gonna make you go fast, but you're effectively just decking a motherfucker at that point. But yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, phone. So, blessings aren't great as of right now. Why aren't blessings great? Because I don't quite know how I want to do them yet. There's a lot of maybe, if, and, or, but perhaps with this one, so it's kind of open. I might leave that open to some people. If they have any amazing ideas, I will field them. But, yeah. That's life. Been working on stuff. Getting gradually more frustrated with a video, but gotta write a script for one tonight. Probably do the audio about 2. But let's get to work. So, St. Michael's Holiest Armory. We need to actually go up to... Where do I put... Where did I put that note? On... Oh, I deleted that note, didn't I? Fuck me. You go to the original version. Relics of Armory and God, normal weapons. Have you. Next 1, 2, 2. Yeah, this is our these are our ebonies and ivories, are very basic non-supernatural weapons. These are not relics. What's tonight's topic? Weapons? Yes, weapons. Notepad. What do you do when you're not going mad writing random RPGs? Doing other things. That's why this video is being. That's why the video is gonna get written tonight. I haven't posted schedule because I'm trying my best to get things done. Because I'm not going to be here on Tuesday. I am going to go to Ohio and do work there and get paid money. I simply exist. I throw myself at the metaphorical grinder. All right, so you know, while the relics. Let's see. While relics with Lord allow the adjudicate fire on equal footing with servants of hell and beyond, man has forged steel with appropriate firepower to blunt their advance. Adjudicators are trained with a number of. Let's see. Adjudicators are trained with a number of weapons and that allow them to injure, destroy, and finally execute demons, demonic those inflicted infected with a demonic taint. Let's see, the number of while they may not offer the blessings from on high. Let's see. Let me know. Let's see. So, protect themselves and their allies. Each adjudicator may bring two weapons, including their relic. May bring two weapons. Let's see. May bring two weapons, including their relic. Bring two weapons, including their relic, on a mission, often arming themselves in the church, let's see, two weapons, including their relic, on a mission, often arming themselves, breaking out. Unblessed weapon. The unblessed weapons are weaker than their. Let's see. Unblessed weapons are weaker than their. Let's see. Weapons are weaker than their relic counterparts, but offer a. Adjudicator to shore up their weaknesses. See, adjudicator may bring two weapons of their army, the weaker the relic counterpart above versatile options, absorb their weaknesses and amplify their strengths. Yeah. So, what we get to do now is we get to go up here. Actually, what we get to do there, we get to click this, we get to here. See, it's not a career. Literally, to give you an idea, my landlord called me yesterday. And he's like, Notepad, I need you to help me. I'm like, okay, what's up? What's poppin'? I need your help. And I'm like, all right, landlord, man, what do you need help with? We are going to be moving medical equipment we're going to be moving medical equipment all day. At the end of it, I will pay you $400, no questions asked. Okay. Now, the part that's weirding me out is that he's apparently like a lawyer or an accountant or not a guy who moves medical equipment. So, part of me leaving at like 7 o'clock in the morning, moving medical equipment all day, somewhere along the way, I have to ask him, hey, why are you moving medical equipment? Going specific to general or general to specific for your gear ideas. Yeah, it's effectively, you get to custom make your relic. That's always been kind of one of the main draws, you could say. You get to make your own relic. These are your cool thing. This is your badass weapon that is cool in everyone, and rock music plays when you bring it out. Hence, you have your miraculous forms, you have your size, and have all these things. Your blessings especially. However, your basic equipment is not going to be good. It is literally to help you juggle. It's to help you juggle by, oh cool, I have a cool sword that lets me, that shoots flames anytime I use it. On the other hand, I also have this M1911 chambered in 45 that I just shoot a fucking demon with when he's out of range. That is the idea, is like, yeah, you can get just an M1911 and just cap a bitch. So what we need to do, actually, is... Okay, so we go down here. We're going to need to do name, base damage. Let's actually just do something like this. Okay, so we're going to do name, base damage. Actually, no, we can do damage die, base damage. Range. Range is important. Technically, we should add in tags. Actually, no, we will do hands tags. We do something like this. This is what the basic rundown is going to look like. It's not going to be perfect, but it's just going to be a set of options for people to play with more than anything. Like, now what we need to do, go all the way up here. We put you here, we put you here. Spell, maneuver, adjudicate, invasion. Okay. So, this isn't an elegant solution, but it is a solution. So what we need to do is we need to put you like here. We need to put you like... Let's put you at like... Can we put you at 0.5? Can we put you at 0.55? Let's put you at 1 each. Can we put you at 1? So all of you are 1.55, and then you should be... Is it 2? There we go. Okay. So... now we get to make weapons. Yeah, you're kind of seeing the right idea. It's just like, it's, hey, do you really need to use the god-killing, awesome, cool super sword of super awesomeness? No, you don't. Don't use that. Just use an M1911 to put a gat in between a demon's eyes. It's gonna save you time and everything. On the other hand, remember, if it takes 2 hands, that means you can't have them both in one hand. Let's see. There we go. They switch their weapon. So, name. So, what do we want to do? So, I'm going to go all the way back down here. So, we want to create. We want to make a dagger. We're going to make a dagger. It's going to be. Have a dagger. Daggers don't do a lot, but they don't need to do a lot. We have a. So I have a. This is literally me having a knife in one hand. I have my awesome legendary super gun in one hand and a fucking knife. This is effectively me using a bayonet. It's not that exciting. I mean, what kind of... We're just thinking swords. Let's just think swords real fast. Let's do like a long sword. Let's do a... Well, we need a great sword, obviously. Great swords are fun and exciting, right? That's a 2-handed weapon. We can do... That's a 1-2 weapon. That's a 1-2 weapon. I completely utterly get kicked out of this. I brought a bunch of discounted 1.5 Mario movie play sets, glued a bunch of minis to 1.25mm bases, grabbed the Battlefield object, made Mario Bros. Mod Ryutama. No, that's kind of cool. Honest to God, Super Mario, like a Mario RPG using Ryutama's battle map and objects would be perfect, by the way. That would be a really good fit. Pretty easy, too. Any mechanical differences between a holy sword and a holy tetsubo? Well, technically, a holy tetsubo would be a hammer, and a holy blade would be a blade. Blades kill minions very easily. The entire idea of a blade is that you execute them. With the hammer, you're inflicting stun. Stun got changed a little bit. Stun now, if I bring it down here, stun does this, you lose momentum. A tetsubo is going to make you hemorrhage momentum. You are making them not be able to do stuff. Counterpoint, you are also not being able to just fucking kill someone faster. Let's see, you get things like, again, like, oh man, what kind of weapon do you use? Yeah, no, I use this thing. You know, this is my... No, this is my fucking relic. I bring into combat. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, you're a fucking loon. I see, you are an actual lunatic. Exactly, Amar. The Bratty Toaster Diaz. Unwieldy. That we would actually do. Mm. Mm. Yep. Do you want to have a comically oversized weapon? Then yeah, do that. Cumbersome pretty much brings it like, oh well, you can have a maximum of a d20 as your die. You go down to, I have a maximum of a d12, or I have a maximum of a d10 even. Like using a bigger weapon does kind of says, hey, I am sacrificing something for that. Mm. 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 Oh god, what's yeah, effectively, bringing out a hammer is you saying, I am going to now play support. What do you mean, play support? As you smash a fucking witch in the face with your giant hammer. I'm helping, he says, smashing a second witch in the face with a giant hammer. Like, ah, yes. Actually, Mm. 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 Go. Mm. Yeah, they don't do as well. Let's see. What other kinds of swords should we add? What would other cool swords? I belong to the Catholic Church. What swords would I have? Of course we're going to put in a fucking katana, because why wouldn't we put in a katana? There is no legal reason why I can't put in a katana in my game about nuns fighting things. Hey, hey, and I've got something I can base it off of. Again, it's mm, yeah, I mean, there's Yumiko. Yumiko has a katana. That's like fine enough, right? Yeah, she's effectively a nun, so I mean, it adds up. Legally speaking, I'm completely correct, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Hmm. Actually, that would be Hey, Captain Pierce, right? Pierce. No, I don't think I kept in. Actually. There we go. Rapiers aren't great. Yeah, dual wielding, The advantage of dual wielding. I thought I had something for this. Why don't I have that anymore? It was something actually decent. Actually, we should do it. Actually. When we dual wield, it would actually be paired. So you need a paired weapon. It would be ah yes, the Jesus' katana. Yeah, good old fashioned Jesus's katana, as we know. That should be. The Xian can probably be covered by longsword or a rapier. I'm trying to think of like very unique swords and very unique things that would fit within here pretty decently. God, there's probably a what am I thinking of? What else am I missing? Well, I don't need to think about that, really. And if I don't need to think about it, I don't need to worry about it. Okay, we want to do... technically, I should do... battle axe would be a meaty. Why do I keep thinking pierces? No, it wouldn't be a thing. So just it would just be gory, actually. Are there pole arms? Yes. There are pole arms. Let's see, actually. It would be gory and cumbersome. What would be some other axes? Types of axes. Mm. D12, D10, D8. So yeah, choosing this would be like, let's go down to D8. Yeah, having a winged axe is like, yeah, I want to have a super that is effectively saying I want a monster hunter axe. You know, what's my weapon look like? It's this. This is you selecting one of these things to try to decapitate a monster. And you're like, damn, this thing's fucking heavy. Let's see. Is there any other special kind of axes that we can have? Technically, we should call this. Let's see. I want to bless Bardiche to use as my monopod for my relic 80 caliber anti-everything rifle. Well, Digit. Well, Dan, here's the thing. Fun fact. Fun fact. I want to have a giant fucking gun. Cool. You want to have a giant gun, firearm. You're going to select it as super heavy. Now, the problem with having a super heavy thing is it's cumbersome too. It's two-handed, it's unwieldy, and has a lot of recoil to it. You fire this thing once, and it goes kadoong, and you're like, okay, I need to reload now. However, you then select combo weapon. You can switch forms into with the envision action. And then you say, hey, I want my second weapon to be a polearm. Where it's effectively, damn, these guys are getting close. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. I now have a giant polearm that I can use to hit you with. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Actually, Blade Breaker. We can do Blade Breakers. Actually, no. This would be race would be right. We actually. Go. There we go. super heavy firearm is just an Aegis Sails ship cannon. That is your comically oversized, like, fucking anti-everything, you know, anti-material rifle. Being like, yeah, no, my anti-material rifle has been blessed by God to kick your ass. You do a case on Mothership and D100 systems. There's a couple D100 systems I would like to kind of muse about. It's usually, the thing is, there's not that many D100 systems that are not, like, already part of big franchises or, like, big things by at that point. That's kind of the idea. Mothership, never really... I've never seen anything about Mothership that was like, oh boy, this is the thing that's interesting. Never really seen anything. Hunter's axe, throwing axe. Top of my head, so we're just going to put it down there. If I want to get really desperate, I can start just going to Fire Emblem. Just go to the Fire Emblem wiki, being like, I need axes. Guess they're actually, no, I don't really need any different kinds of gauntlets. Bludgeon, a mace does D6, base damage 2, one hand, and it does stun 1. But all the YouTubers is swapping. So apparently MCDM is swapping to 2d6 to 2d10 because they wanted more room for bonuses and penalties. See, I'm waiting for the announcement. I'm waiting for the announcement that the MCDM RPG is making the innovative leap forward to adopt a D20 instead of a 2D10 for more ease of access and using different bonuses and penalties. I'm waiting for that announcement because when that occurs, it's going to be the funniest fucking thing in the world. It's going to be mwah, mwah. Or the case of Vice and Violence or Carbon Pink. Here's the funny thing. I do have a Curious Case of Degeneracy. I have that. However, we have a very autistic Vietnamese man making a PDF for Ventangle. Once that's done, once Sang finishes the Ventangle PDF, if he ever does, we will do the Curious Case of Degeneracy, and we will talk about Vice and Violence. Because I want to talk about Vice and Violence. I want to sit here censoring the entire book, effectively censoring the entire book, to talk about someone's Mork hack. I don't think people are ready for me to censor the entire book when it comes to that. There's gonna be just a red pen over that entire thing, just because there's so much tits and ass in it. It's like, oh yeah, that's just something. Yeah, that's just something you got to accept. You know, it's just the way of, you know, just the way of being. There we go. Tetsubo. Then it would be the Kanabo. Hunnable. We bump that up by 2 spaces. D68. We bump up the damage to 6. Mel to. It's all porn, but it's not a Morkborg hack anymore. See, I read it a long time ago. And I was just like, oh, yeah. And then they kept releasing things. And like, I don't even know what the fuck it's morphed into at this point. Yeah, we have a... Wuso here is D&D Next's strongest warrior. And that was the oh my morning star. Oh my morning star. We want our pick. Actually, we can do D6. No, D6 to. There we go. So you actually have to switch for an action. You're using for an action. You are switching from gory 1 or stun 1. You are switching between those. Do I want to make you bleed, or do I want to stun you? All right, that's. A lot of things happen during Envision, but Envision is decent to do, and I want to encourage people to use it. Polearm. Polearms and scythes. Actually, it would be like this dueling spear would be that. No. What would be some good spears? Jade Dragon Saga, like, wait, okay, let's see. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, needs seriously good editor. That's what they've always needed, a good editor, but they're not going to get it. Smash game called Hito, 2D 10+1, tweaking the island based on circumstance, very clever mechanics, try to bring them up. Are you thinking about weapon types categories having common mechanical overtones like D&D 3 or no? I usually like to do that in literally all my games. That every kind of weapon has a general gist of what their goal is supposed to be, so you can immediately... It's one of those things, like, you can clearly see, okay, I have a hammer, this is going to be my job. My hammer may be different, it may do its job differently, but it's still going to do stun damage, it's still going to be that. That's what I usually always do. Keep things easy. Jade Dragon Saga continues, with Jay not wanting to give Yuziba's backers a PDF copy free on drive-thru because Jay already gave them one on itch before deciding to sell on DTRPG. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, my. Yeah, no, that's, ooh. That's an interesting decide. Like, the Yaziba's, let's see, Yaziba's Bed and Breakfast, DTRPG. I didn't actually think he was ever going to go to DTRPG or anything like that. Because there was actually a very large, shit show with this one, mostly because One More Multiverse collapsed. Because you gotta remember, One More Multiverse collapsed. This site doesn't exist anymore. Now, because One More Multiverse doesn't exist anymore, it's like, oh, well, you have to go to here now. You have to get it on here. May 13th, 20, yeah, is no longer available. Let's see, is the site still up? No, I think the site should be down. Nope, the site's still up, but, let me see, can I even, click, play for, I could still sign up and everything, interesting. But yeah, no, it's yeah, it's just like this entire thing was such a shit show. It was such a fascinating disaster piece. But yeah, no, that's kind of a fascinating situation there. Don't quite know how that's going to end with the J Dragon saga. Let's see, we've got, oh gee, yep, here's your Zebas. You can still buy the $25 PDF. Yeah, everyone was kind of weirded out that there wasn't anything on it. I maintain my, here's the thing. I completely stand by my comment on this game that I don't hate Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. This is the really weird thing. I do not hate this game. But I do not think it is a TRPG. And whatever the fuck it actually is, I do not know if it is a good version of that. This is not a TRPG, the way we would naturally assume one to be. We have deviated too far. And whatever the fuck Yazeba's is, it's hard to judge it. Because can you judge this game as a TRPG when it is fundamentally not? That's kind of the kind of a unique premise, kind of a unique situation with it. That's why that's why even at the end of that video being like, whatever the fuck this is, I don't think it's a good version of it, but I don't know because whatever the fuck it is isn't something that I do. Like, I don't know what you would call this game. That's the thing. That's why I actually coined the phrase, coined the term manuscript game, because that is literally the quintessential version of it. Better or for worse. Let's see, what are we looking at here? Types of halberds. Retaliatory effectively lets you attack someone who's coming at you. That's the advantage. Let's... Actually, no. Most of these new so-called RPGs are just alphabet person fanfic with bolt-on mechanics. I don't understand why they're also compelled to physically publish their material. And instability, I keep mine bottled up like most functional sociopaths. It's easy, and like the thing is, people have asked me, being like, why do you only target like lefty, like why do you target lefties only? Being like, I don't. And I've told people this before, is I don't just target lefty people, but they're the only ones publishing things. Unironically, they are the only ones publishing things. every right-winger, or like any called like so-called like super hyper conservative, publishes the most boring ass OSR shit imaginable that I don't even cover. Or it's like Mayfarog, where it's like Mayfarog is gonna get its time in the sun, unfortunately for everyone involved. But it's like, it's hard to talk about those games because I'm like, yep, it's an NSR shit brew, nothing too exciting. Oh, this time it's humanity, fuck yeah. Oh, cool, your Roman statue profile picture is really showing up. Oh, everybody golf clap. And I think it's like, it's kind of that weird thing there, Dan, where you get people who are so, how do I want to word this? Everybody is in a little group. Everyone in that little group just feeds into each other. And so, yeah, of course they're going to publish shit that is weird to anyone outside of the group. Yeah, everyone's favorite uncle, Varg. Varg Vilkness. Yeah, it's just a huge set of echo chambers. And because there's these huge echo chambers, no one ever wants to deviate. So it's like, oh yeah, no, this is perfectly normal publishing this, even though it's like, what the fuck? And that's always one of those situations where I'm usually someone, I'm an outsider looking in. Always have been. And being an outsider looking in, it can seem that things are really odd. But there's a reason why people also see TRPGs and things like that as such a weird den of, you know, incestuous shit flinging. Because it is. There's a, like, unironically it is, and that's the unfortunate reality of the matter. But yeah, no, Myfarog, or Myfarog, not Mayfarog. I always try to do like Mayfarog. This is a RPG by Varg. Now, you may know Varg Vilkness. Or Virkness. This is Varg. Varg is a Norwegian death metal artist. Actually, no, he's a Swedish death metal artist who got popular in Norway during the Norwegian black metal scene. Burnt down a lot of churches, killed one of his, a convicted murderer, mind you. He did kill one of his bandmates. Now, mind you, that entire story is a lot of people being extremely edgy and stupid with one another. Case in point, and people trying really hard. Which I think the thing you gotta remember with Varg is, I think Varg is a, like, oh, he's a poser. No, I think Varg is just a different variety of brain rot. And I think in another world, Varg would be working at a car dealership in fucking Oslo. Like, that, that's kind of the thing there. It's like, but yeah, no, it's, Varg is an odd duck. We all like Uncle Varg. Varg wrote Mayfarog. The first version is barely playable, apparently. Yeah, church burning? Yeah, that's padding. Yeah, that's battling. Again, it's hard to call him a neo-Nazi, because I think, completely unironically, I think he's LARPing. I think a lot of the shit he says is LARP. And if you were to actually confront him on anything, he'd be like, not really. But he has to play up to the part. I mean, come on. Currently he lives on welfare in France. Like, remember everyone, he lives in welfare on France because he got out on good behavior. Yeah, remember that. He got out on good behavior. And he lives in France with his trad wife, and they have like 20 kids. I'm like, all right, Var, you do you. That'll be kind of like the Fatal video almost, where it's not going to be about the game as much as it's going to be about Varg. But instead of being like, hey, Byron Hall is kind of an odd dude, let's talk about Byron Hall, it's going to be more, man, why the fuck are you the way you are kind of thing. What? Why are you the way you are? Mm. Mm. Why can't you just be normal? Mm. Thanks, Wake. Vargas kind of guy that makes the rest of us conservative fellows need to unclaim and renounce him. Like, the thing is, and this has been my thing. We can talk. You know, it's fucking 11:30 at night. I can talk politics. I think a vast majority of people on both sides are very normal. That's the thing that's important. That's the most important thing in the world to understand. I think people are very normal on both sides, but it's the very loud fringe groups that get very loud and very annoying, and they influence both of them influence the other side's moderates. Because hey, I believe in sensible reforms. Hey, I just believe in all these things. Yeah, most people just want to grill. Yeah, most people just want to grill. There's a lot of grillionaires out there. The problem is, it's when you are like watching it, it's like you're watching the news. Imagine you just want to grill. You are a normal dude and you watch the news and you see like you see some guy wearing a fucking, Confederate t-shirt or whatever saying, "I hate Jews." And I'm like, and you're looking at it being like, that guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah. Like, that dude's a fucking idiot. I'm not going to support him or be like, oh, he is this. Then, of course, no news stuff. I can talk about the news. I did journalism for a while. Don't worry. And they're going to say, oh, all X group is this. Because it's really easy to make very broad statements. Because it's easier to break things down. All of X is like Y. All of Y is like X. Fun fact, bringing this, like that fucking guy in YouTube Shorts. Fun fact. Anytime you see on the news, or anytime you see in like news articles, especially when it comes to video game news, anytime they refer to the gamers, or the gamers, or the fans or whatever, they aren't talking about anyone in particular. They are making a scattershot at everyone as large as possible to cover as many bases as possible without writing anything out. It's not just someone, it's the gamer's fault. It's not just this person, it's the fans, doing. And that's why you can get, that's unironically why a lot of people really fucking hate news outlets like that. It kills me RPG scenes, the edge cases seem to disappropriately publish content. Well, yeah, when it comes to like the TRPG scene, you have to remember that there's a lot of people, ton of people, way too many people, that play nothing but Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. They play their one game, they don't talk about it at all. We play 3.5, we play Pathfinder 1e, we do this, we don't give a shit. And that really skews the numbers, because people would really like to say, oh hey, the tabletop RPG scene is this $1 million industry, we're gonna break in, we're gonna make a bunch of money. But then you quickly realize that that's not the case in the slightest. Oh, but DC-20 made $2 million. DC-20 had a, the thing is, DC-20 had an entire YouTube's channel worth of fans, and if you really look at it, it's something very familiar. We're not deviating too far. You like Game of Thrones, you're gonna love, Game of Chairs. It's the exact same thing, but slightly different. And that's the kind of the working theory for a lot of things. And Yeah, look, it's look, Mom, I published a book. And yeah, there's a lot of that too. It's easy to get published, relatively speaking. It is. It's easy to get published. And you look at Thirsty Sword Lesbians. The thing with TSL is I don't think April Kit Walsh. I'm one of the very few people in this beautiful world that know it's April Kit Walsh, by the way. I don't think Walsh actually wrote TSL, by the way. I am almost like... That's my conspiracy theory. I have no way to prove it. I have no way to say, like, this is objective truth. But I do not think April Kit Walsh actually wrote TSL. I think Fred Hicks did. I think there was a bunch of editors and a bunch of people at Evil Hat who manufactured that game to be as sellable as possible. Nobody wrote TSL stitched together. Yeah, no, again, I don't quite think that. I think at one point there was the proto TSL, the proto being. And I think that proto being was written by Walsh as her mask supplement. Like, this is my masks game. And then it was Evil Hat. Ever since I read that one, it was that one fucking Reddit post on Keys, Apocalypse Keys. Let me see, there we go. Apocalypse Keys has one line right here. Evil Hat has a business model these days of ripping off good games, not understanding how they work, and publishing a Frankenstein amalgam that doesn't really work. This is, legitimately speaking, effectively what I've been saying for a while with Evil Hat. It's worded a lot more elegantly, mostly because I think most of the people at Evil Hat should be shot by a fucking... should be shot, but hey... But like, that's kind of like one of those very fascinating, like, maybe it was your lady fencing game. It's like the lady fencing game, Pojedenie Kobieta, was written in like kind of like in a weird response to it, being like, yeah, here's a thing about fencing. Bad post gif. Real. It's all pain. Every day I wake up. All right, back to spears. What spears are we at? Swiss guard weapon. Oh, you know, the ancient K. This will never not be funny to me, is that technically the actual papal Swiss guard have a full fucking armory available at all times, because they are effectively the Pope's private military. Like, yeah, they look like, oh, they just have spear. No, they actually have real fucking halberds, such as modern firearms. Anyway, yeah, no, we'll go with that. Scythe. too retaliatory. That we do this. All right, we got that done. We move here. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. Actually, Yep. I have a staff. What does it do? I fucking beat you. There we go. I hit you with it. It does D0 damage. I don't do any actual damage. It doesn't do any actual real damage. You'll still do your force damage with it. It's not a lot, but it's something. Side event, good job, team. Yeah, Echo Punk 424 is mechanically weird but unique. That's your thing. Yeah, I'll see what I can find. You ever managed to figure out ammo and reloading? Yes, I did somewhat. Effectively, it's based off of round. That's actually not a bad idea. It's based off of the round. So let's say I can fire my gun as many times as I want during the round. But if I have ammo for, I can do that 4 rounds before I have to reload. Generally speaking, I don't think, like, if I'm using, like, a handgun, for example, I don't think using, like, a full, like, I don't think using my handgun a lot, you know, you can, it's one of those things of, you only reload when you use it too much kind of thing. I couldn't think of, like, a really good way of doing it, so it should work. That actually reminds me. That's not a bad idea. Actually, no, what am I doing? No, we don't need whips. Why don't we need whips? No, Pat, we don't need whips because that's not the fucking point. Cool. Alright, so we've got all of you. So we now move on to bows. Oh, we do some aerial damage there. The hand bow. Ow. Hand bow is going to do 2 damage. It's going to have a range of 1. It's going to have hand. Yep. So effectively, if I shoot the hunter's cross, if I shoot my comically oversized fucking crossbow, I go what happens there is I have to spend an action to reload the goddamn thing. It takes an action. If I fire it again, I can't use it because we need whips, whip daggers, lassos, bolas, nuts, flails, Indian ribbon swords. No whips? Have you not seen that vampire movie with dude with 2 whips? How do I Simon Belmont? You want a Simon Belmont? You take a relic whip. And that's why I'm not bringing in... If you want, you can have a relic whip. That is your vampire killer. That is your alchemy thing. That's your weird ass stuff. Is you'd be using a relic whip. Which, mind you, a relic whip can be large, and literally, literally just fuck your day up a little bit, if you really want it to. I should actually a couple things. Actually, unwieldy means you can't deal any damage aerially. That's all that means. But notepad, I want to go aerial, then use a smaller weapon. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of, like, if you want to do something like, again, if you want your vampire killer, you You want to be Simon Belmont working for the Catholic Church? You do that. You want to play actual Simon Belmont? Wait till the expansion. Harder, Pappy, with all the things we need. If there is a request, I'll see what I can do. There we go. Kimbo. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, why are you all the way you are? Actually. Effectively, the idea of a Kimbo, effectively the automatic handgun. That is me. That is me with a sword in one hand and a handgun in the other, and that's me like That's me shooting haphazardly as I am like stabbing at someone. I stab you. I can immediately follow up with the, with the bang. On the other hand, I can have a handgun heavy and a handgun automatic in both hands. I just hold out my guns, go bang, 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 ebony and ivory. Do your ebonies and ivories, things like that. God, this guy's a sadist. What the hell? Revolver as executor. That means you can effectively just execute people. But you have to reload your revolver. Actually, there we go. There's the sawed off. You just shoot someone, and you don't do a lot of variable damage. But you have to be. It's range 0. Actually, here we can even do. What we can fucking do. We can do range mel. You have to be in melee to use it. Handguns, handguns, handguns. Any other kinds of handguns that we're missing? Technically, you can march into combat wearing heavy armor and just have 2 fucking handguns in your hand. Be like, yeah, I'm just going to grenade launchers. Let's see. Actually. Where is that one? What was the one that I was looking? I'm going insane. Click, click, shotgun, bang, I'm gonna shoot you, D10 plus 4 damage. Seems like a lot, but you gotta be really close range. This is not optimal. You don't want to be here. D2, D4, D6, D8. It would be D2, D4, D6, D8. It would go up to D8 damage if you fire it 3. If you fire it 3 times, D2, D4, D6, he would actually go damage. Actually, I can probably do, I can probably put concealed on that pretty easy. Then we would need, what else am I missing? We got assault rifle, super auto, that's pretty much our assault rifle. Automatic handgun, pump shotgun, Why would you take anything other than a chainsaw? Because it's cumbersome fucking 4. Like, that is, cumbersome 4 would be D12, D10, D8, D6. Chainsaws are not great. That does remind me, we need to, actually, yeah, no, that, don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about your revolver because it's a fucking revolver. Super auto, don't have to worry about that. Battle rifle, it's effectively, if they are on your ass, you are going to have a bad time. Mm. D6, D8, D10. So it would be D4, D6, D8. So they would be up to go. The HMG would go up to D8. That is you rolling around with an actual like heavy machine gun. Like, yeah, here's my fucking actual. What would you prefer character? Spartan. Let's see. Kingdom blessed by God. Smite the heretic. Do you have a rotary grenade launcher? Let's see. There we go. Next, we bring up the grenade launcher to D10. Blizzard actually thinks they can prevent port of their characters. Yeah, it keeps happening. I feel like the characters support the team and do a bit of damage, allowing with Hunting Horn. The vibe was good. I mean, does the double down count as a sandwich? No. Good morning. What does it do with the price of tea in Cruciform? So already is miracle heavy using range. Good morbing. Oh, sorry, gun. Those are guns. Guns. To be honest, I appreciate the world of the darkness, but less grim derp as a setting. Hard work of actually trying to keep society running instead of being rebels without a cause. The RPGs for which are many. Let's see. Oh no, there's a major threat to the Catholic Church. What do we do? Oh, I know. I'll just throw my comically oversized RPG-7 at it. Have no fear. Hey boss, I feel as though this does not live to the spirit of the game. However, this is very important from DMC5. Like, you gotta remember this. If we want to say like, oh hey, you have to remember, oh, let's see, where's the one that I'm like, yeah, that summarizes it. Ah, yes, the Kalina Ann. It's a rocket launcher with a the Kalina Arms 2. It's a rocket launcher, you know. Yeah, like, yeah, no, fucking yeah. Fucking Dante's got an RPG. I can have an RPG in my game. Oh god, what else are we missing? What else are we missing? Not sure if the storyteller system is salvageable. Storyteller is fine. The thing with storyteller is that it's kind of not. I don't want to. It's a game where the game is not as important as what you're doing with the game, if that makes sense. Let's see. Is there any other weapons I can think of? None that come immediately. All right. So those are all our various weapons. So what we get to do now. This is heading 2. Oh baby, that's so simple and clear. See, ever since Kingdom Hearts came out on Steam, people have been posting the soundtrack more. Especially my friend, because my friend is God's strongest Kingdom Hearts fan. Like full on knows everything, believes the theory that Part 3. Yeah, to give you an idea, he has a firm belief that the entirety of Part 3 was a dream. Because because he's just like, yeah, no, if you cite all these things, yeah, there's a good chance that Kingdom Hearts 3 is entirely a fucking dream. And I'm like, that's dumb. That's really dumb. Let's see. It's hard to reconcile pluck heroes with voyages to do actual hell. Hellsing has holy guns in it. Yeah, yo, you can make a relic. You can make a relic firearm. That's the thing. You can make a relic firearm if you want. You just bring out your gat, like. Yeah, when in doubt, bring out your holy handgun, being like, oh no, there's a threat, and you're like, well. Well, gotta do this. I don't know. Hellsing. Let's see. Mm. 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 Let's do armor name, armor tag, actually, when in doubt, just tear your fucking shirt off. Just go Yakuza. Yeah, you take 3. Yeah, you take extra damage. Fuck it. I know holy no blessed weapons. No blessed weapons, only holy ones. Relics are inherently the best way to think about a relic is that they are a holy weapon. However, this is the thing which is going to be revealed in the expansion here, the Bloodlines expansion. The Bloodlines expansion's entire gimmick is there's a shit ton more kinds of relics out there than just the holy relics. Most of them are fucking evil. Yeah, that's the thing is, the best way to think about it is a relic is just an object or something that has weird supernatural powers, and whoever wields it, whoever it bonds with, has weird supernatural bullshit. One of the ideas in the expansion, I call it Bloodlines expansion, that would be your Belmonts, effectively. The Belmont mode would be like, oh yeah, no, my relic has an ancient demon sealed inside of it that speaks, that whispers nightmares to me, and I have to sleep with it by me, and it requires the blood of virgins every couple, months. On the other hand, on the other hand, yeah, my nephew donates blood every week. He keeps thinking we're sending it over there. I just pay him $200, so he gives me an entire cart of blood. Kids never gonna get laid at this rate. Stupid fucking sword. Dumbass, you've been eating an otaku sword for like a month, like 3 years. Kind of the idea of like, it's relics are fucking weird. That's the entire idea. These are fucking weird objects, and that's why I want to use them as you can bless an object, which you might need to do to kill certain enemies, is to use a blessed object. But it was better than the old method I had, which was kind of just like write in and hope for the best. Dumbass demon swords been eating otaku blood. Are there relics that are weaker by creation? It's kind of the idea. Like, one of the big things when it comes to the relics in setting anyway, is that relics can come in many, many different shapes and forms. The ones the adjudicators bond with traditionally are weapons, armor, things that help them in the field. However, there are also weird-ass relics that just don't work anymore. That just do weird shit that the Holy Church is like, yeah, no, a saint did this. Or it's used by a saint. Pretty much every one of the burial agency, kind of like the highest echelons of the adjudicators, all have weird-ass relics, including one who is a living relic. That's the joke with her. She is a living relic. Because she's immortal. She can't die. So she's become, it's like, yeah, like, theologically speaking, we have no idea what the fuck you are. Technically speaking, we're gonna classify you as a relic and just not think about it too hard. Like, what was your first memory? I remember when Rome burned, being like, oh, which time? That's like, oh, like, the way I see it is that she has died multiple times. She just shows back up. She's Schrodinger's saint. She's alive as long as people believe she's alive. And everyone believes she is alive. She physically cannot die. You can decapitate her, you can kill her, she won't die. She will come back somewhere. You can completely destroy the body, she will reappear. And the worst part is, she's not even a fucking combat member of the burial agency. That was one of the jokes. She's not actually very good at fighting. She's not actually good at that. She's just a living fucking relic. And it turns out when you can't fucking die, like... Yeah, that's the thing. It turns out if you can't fucking die, it turns out you can win a lot of fights. She's like, you're not even really good at your job. Being like, yeah, no. You're just you're a living relic. You are a being who has more history of the world than literally anyone else. Physically speaking, you are the only person who understands this shit. On the other hand, you have no concept of actually protecting yourself in combat. Because why would you? If you are functionally immortal, do you give a shit that you die? No, you don't. You get back up. Oh yeah, no, I've been decapitated. And, her body gets back up, reattaches her head, and she continues fighting. And it's just like, do we really want her training people? No, we fucking don't. Yeah, most people only get one relic. That's another one of the burial agency guys, is he has 3 relics. He is bonded with 3 separate relics. some of them are like real combat heavies. Like, hey, I have 3 relics that float behind me constantly. They automatically react to it, my simplest thoughts, and I can effectively fight 3 people at once by doing nothing. Like, I wonder how good he is. It's like and the thing is, like, not even all relics belong to the adjudicators. That's another big thing. There's a lot of different relics that aren't actually very useful. It's like, hey, what do you do? Oh, I can see the future. We shouldn't use this. Hey, why can you see the future? I have a relic that lets me do that. We're not going to do that. Yeah, we are not going to touch you at fucking all. Like, except when we really need to. Or we need to ask a stub question. And that's kind of the idea of the Holy Church, is that the Holy Church has a bunch of different departments and a bunch of different people whose job it is to kind of just do shit. Meaning like, yeah, why does good things happen to people? Because you have a fucking relic. We don't understand why you have a relic. We don't understand why there's a relic that protects people to do that. We don't fucking know why. It just works. We stopped questioning this shit a while ago. Don't mind my hovering minigun with infinite ammo that shoots every being that I see. Yeah, it's like, Yeah, no, it's like some relics are a lot more obvious than others. Having the magic floating minigun that follows you around everywhere, unironically, probably they wouldn't let you leave Rome. Be like, hey, you have a floating fucking gun. Well, you're not gonna leave Rome. They have reliquaries just that have like a saint's finger bone that has no practical purpose. Like, yeah, it's just like, oh, hey, what does it say? It's one of those things like you would be like, hey, what does that relic do? Being like, oh, that relic produce, it's a relic that literally just makes you, that lights up an entire area. What do you mean lights up an entire area? And they're like, hey, like, okay, here, turn it on. You click, and they open it, they open up the finger bone kind of thing, and the entire church is fucking lit up like a flashbang. And you're like, that's why we don't open it. It doesn't like it. Yeah, like, hey, here's the thing that detects water. Perfectly detects water. That seems pretty useful. Not super useful. Not gonna save the world, but on the other hand, finding water is pretty handy. Yeah, there are relics that don't do much, and there are relics that do a lot. And it's like, yeah, hey, this guy can fly. Why? Because he's bonded with a relic that allows him to fly. There are guys who have weird departments who sit in weird departments with relics that don't do anything really. Yeah, again, relics have been around forever. We don't know why. Because one of the things when I'm writing the lore for all the anima types, is that all of them are going to be connected back to the Garden of Eden. That's their theological basis. Everything is connected back to the Garden of Eden. Why are Therians there? Oh, Therians are descendants from the animals of the Garden of Eden that wanted to be human. Or it's like, why are vampires there? And it was when Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, a disease sprung up because Adam bled for half a second, and that disease is the disease that gives people vampirism. It is simultaneously a curse from God and not. It also may be Cain, but fuck it, who knows? Everything has to be theologically connected to something. And the thing is, you can't normally use relics that are not yours. On the other hand, I did write in a rule for relics that you can spend one of your miracle charges to trigger it. So it's like you're using your powers to say, hey, I want to trigger this relic to do something. Being like, yeah, hey, we have a relic that, fucking lights up when demons are nearby. And it's like, okay, hey, what does this fucking like weird cube do? Well, if demons are nearby, it lights up. All right, let's pump it full, and you pump it and be like, ah, fuck, like. I do mention that, like, yeah, there are, you know, saint architects who just make shit. Yeah, you're seeing when it comes to vampires and things like that. Let's. Mm. 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 Let's see. What would be some good ideas for like medium arm? Uh. Mm. Mm. Uh, um. Um. I have a thing here on Dark Third. Mm. I don't think Zombie Dark 30 would be the right option here. Specifically, Zombie Dark 30 would not be the correct option because this was the game that was extensive. Yeah, this was Plate Autism. I remember that. Yeah, this was Plate Autism game because this is what the commissioner wanted. His thing was body armor. Like that was his thing. Hence why we have full on like various sappy plates. Mm. actually. How would you describe? Honestly, I don't know what stack I would lean into with this game. DMC makes sense, but so does Doom. Like, the thing is, if I had it my way, infinite money, infinite time, I was planning on leading into, and you can speak with the art director if you so wish. I was planning on leading into the Trinity Blood aesthetic a little bit. Lean a little bit into the Trinity Blood look, lean into the Hellsing, the early Hellsing stuff, kind of the very open, let's just say very exotic looking. Technically, if we want to do even things like this, kind of the proto Anderson. Don't look too deeply into Angel Dust, though. I would very much not recommend looking too deeply into Angel Dust unless you are fully prepared for some unfun stuff. Mata. We don't really need to explain too much about art. So, but select all of you. We hit this tags or table sending. Oh. $33. So that would. That would be 32. 32 divided by 2 would be 16. So if we use 16 on each side, that would be. 16, so we take the entire section here, we do that, and we here, select all of this, 1, down to 7. Didn't mean to hit the delete table button, delete 16 row, delete row. Alright, so that means we have to go all the way up here. We need to get rid of the two-handed tag. This, we need. Two. Two. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, you're looking at heavy armor pretty accurately. You're looking at pretty heavy. You're looking at super heavy, pretty, you know, your full metal armor pretty accurately. Okay. With that done, we are in a good spot. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's see, who's girl failuring at this hour? Let's see, who's being a girl failure at this hour? Let's see. I need a genuine girl failure. Let's see. Well, we do have local girl failure is back. A spooky ghost. Oh no. Can we save them, kings? Streaming for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was quite something.
Let's see. I don't know, kings. It's been gas. There we go. Let's see. Who do we? Let's see. Who's available at this midnight hour? Kurogi is, Kurogi's streaming. Everyone likes Kurogi. Everybody likes Kurogi. Everybody. Let's see. How long have you been streaming? You've been streaming 4 fucking hours. No, we're not going to do that. No. No, you've been streaming 4 hours. We're going to die. Let's see. I mean, there's got to be someone, right? Let's see. Midnight Hours Kings VT catalog. Let's check WVT. What's going on, WVT? Oh god. Maybe people. Let's see. This is what happens. I'm going with Millie. Oh god, could just 10 months. The fuck was that watching horror thing? Yeah, no, that happens. Literally, it's just her watching that. It was a cute cat. You know, there we go. Here, well.
Zord, are you ready to check in?
Let's watch Luigi's Mansion, everybody. We love Luigi's Mansion. Everyone say, we love Luigi's Mansion when we get in there. We're going to say, I love Luigi's Mansion. Because we all love Luigi's Mansion. Very simple. Post the tiger. We post the tiger and you say, I love Luigi's Mansion. Because we love Luigi's Mansion, everybody. Look at the cute cat. I'm, as they say, away. Godspeed. Good luck.